It's a morning group. Got a white-throated finch, a junco, and a goldfinch, all waiting for the bird feeders. A second ago we had 2 more goldfinches out here. Yeah, a little impatient in the morning. What are we doing?
We're attempting to view the eclipse without actually viewing the eclipse because that's not safe for your eyeballs and we don't have special glasses for it. And I read that even if you have the special glasses, it's still not safe for your eyeballs. And I like my eyeballs. So I'm not looking at the sun today. I'm curious to see if it gets like
Dark.
Dim at all. Yeah, we are in the, I think 90, I've seen different numbers. One thing said 99% range and another said like 94.
I think we're lower. Battle Creek said like 96, but that's down on like the
Southern side.
way southern border. Yeah.
I think Ohio was supposed to have 100%, so that makes sense.
And I think it did say there's a corner of Michigan that it's supposed to pass through. So, but not up in Newaygo for sure.
Yeah. And I've heard that like totality is cool, but if you don't get that, it's not really going to be very impressive. So I don't have high expectations for this. But I'm curious to see if it gets like quiet, like they say like all the animals
start freaking out.
No, they get like really quiet.
Yeah, because they're terrified because it's not supposed to be dark in the middle of the day.
I mean, it would be pretty alarming if you have no context for that.
Yeah, and all of a sudden 4 hours into your day it's night again. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, bad news. It's probably how the dinosaurs felt when the asteroid hit.
Yeah, I feel like we're really lucky this year too. I feel like the last time we had an eclipse of some sort, it was like cloudy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for the people that do get to experience totality, that's cool that they get to actually experience that. Also, it just feels really nice out here. It's a beautiful day.
It's like 60 almost.
It's probably the warmest weather we've had since that like freak 60-degree weather we had like a month ago. And then it got snowy again, so.
6 minutes.
6 minutes! Should we take a little stroll while we wait?
Here we are at peak eclipse.
Peak eclipse.
Still pretty bright out.
Yeah, it's still pretty bright out. I'm standing in the shade of Travis. It's not very impressive if you're at 94% or whatever we're at. You can see that there's something kind of off with the light, but other than that,
it's like kind of dusky.
Yeah.
But
you can't even like tell on camera though.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna show up. But I mean, whatever. We did the thing. We're here.
Kind of looks darker in the sky, but I think the camera's probably adjusting for it.
Good morning. I am 38 weeks and 5 days pregnant, and we are on our way to our last like formal prenatal appointment before the induction. I do have another appointment scheduled like midweek next week, but that's mostly just to get another membrane sweep if I haven't gone into labor yet. So this is it.
But the plan is to go into labor, what'd you say, Sunday night?
Yeah,
no,
Sunday.
Monday?
No, Sunday night.
Sunday night, okay.
Spontaneous labor Sunday night, scheduled.
Spontaneous, scheduled labor.
Yep, that's my plan. So
Scheduled spontaneous labor.
We'll see if that shakes out. But Travis randomly started panicking about baby names on the drive down, which is hilarious to me because I have been panicking about baby names this entire pregnancy, and he has not really wanted to discuss it very much and has provided very few suggestions of his own to add to my list. What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, you have a good list.
I do have a good list. That's about the best thing you could say for yourself, I think. So, nicely played.
I ain't no dummy.
So yeah, no, but we do have our short list. I think that's it. I think that's as far as we're gonna get. We're gonna take that list to the hospital with us and meet her and see what we think suits her from there. This appointment, not much is happening. They'll check me, see how dilated I am. I'm very curious to see. I was telling Travis I've been like visualizing all week myself dilating. So I've been trying to manifest that, I guess. I'm curious to see if it's worked at all. But if I don't go into labor on my own in the next week, we are scheduled for an induction 1 week from today. So one way or another, this is our last weekend without a newborn in our house, which is crazy. We have a little date day planned this coming Saturday. That's tomorrow. Little date day planned tomorrow. It's the anniversary of mine and Travis's first date.
2 days ago.
Well, yeah.
It was the anniversary.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're celebrating it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. So we always try to go to the restaurant / bar where it's a brewery is what it is, where we had our first date. And so that's what we're doing this weekend. And it'll be one last date, just the two of us, before we have a newborn again in our house. And are trying to figure out that life again. So, but with a toddler this time. So that's exciting. You can see their turn signal flashing red on my face. So not much happens at this appointment. Yeah, just checking my dilation, and also I am going to request a membrane sweep to potentially get things moving along. From what I've heard and read, membrane sweeps don't really do anything unless your body's like already ready to go into labor. I had one with Renna, but then I was induced the next day at 5 a.m. So I didn't really have time to do anything independently on its own. So I don't really know how my body reacts to this typically, or is going to react today. So we will see, but it's possible that if I'm, right there and ready anyway, that this might do something to kind of kickstart labor. So I'm crossing my fingers because that would be fun. And if not, like I said, we have another appointment scheduled midweek next week where I'll probably have another membrane sweep, and then the induction a week from today. So one way or another, baby is coming soon.
Every time you say that, my heart skips a beat. And, butterflies.
In a good way. In a good way.
Both ways. In all of the ways.
Back home, and the appointment was a success. I was dilated enough for her to do a membrane sweep. So now I just get to spend the rest of the day paranoid that I'm going into labor, which would be exciting. I'm not super optimistic that will happen, but that would be thrilling. I was only dilated to 1 centimeter, and she said 50% effaced. So it's better than it was at my last appointment, but not super far along. So not that means anything. I keep reminding myself of that it's just, I could still go into labor today or tomorrow, regardless of how dilated I am currently. So that is the update. Still planning on our date day tomorrow, unless I go into labor before then. And yeah, hopefully we have one nice last weekend sans newborn. Or maybe she'll come this weekend and we'll have a baby, and that would be great too. So either way, I think it's a win.